Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I woke up, I had a few spare hours, and I have done my daily morning routine. Basically getting up, going to the bathroom, brushing my teeth, do the whole grill, you already know it, and then going to the kitchen and getting breakfast. Breakfast is my favorite part of the day because meal of the day because I can eat as much as I want, and I got to the point where I have zero restrictions when it comes to breakfast. So it's my favorite. I always look forward for it. I love to wake up as early as I can for it because it's my favorite part of the day, as I said. So I was getting my cup of tea and then I was thinking, damn girl, you have gone a long way. I have been through a weight loss journey and I'm not done yet. I still have half a journey to go. But today's video is going to be all about this. So get your cup of tea, because girl, we're about to spill it. It has been exactly 5 months since I have started my weight loss journey, and it has been a total success. But if you are interested in a video where I talk about how I did it, this is not the video for you. That video I'm going to leave down in the description box below, because today's video is going to be all about my background story, how I got big, well, big-ish, and what determined me to get to this point where I am right now. So just basically, and a few pictures as well, so I try to keep it interesting for you. Let's go actually back to when I was a kid. In kindergarten, in elementary school, I've always been a normal kid, nothing special about me when it comes to body measurements, sorry. So that was fine. Growing up to middle school, somewhere in 8th, 9th grade, even 7th I believe, I started gaining a few pounds, but not very much, so I just had a bigger tummy. However, I was not fat at all. I was a normal kid, normal standards, whatever. Getting into high school, I have reached 64 kilograms, and I will leave somewhere around on the screen the measurements in pounds because I have no idea what they are. So I have reached around 64 kilograms, but I was around 158, 59 centimeters. So it was a little bit chubby. It was a little bit over the limit. So I was overweight. I was not obese, but I was overweight definitely. I had a few pounds, extra pounds to shed. Alright, so that was the point. In 10th grade, I have been accepted to this program called Flex, which is a program where you get to spend 1 year in the United States of America. Before that, and I don't know why, but I got into this mentality because even before going to the United States, I have been on diets my entire life. Of course, they were never really successful, but I've been on this unhealthy diets for so long, and it was something usual to me. So when girls were talking about them being on a diet, to me was already very familiar stuff. I get to 10th grade, I am accepted to this program, Flex, where my entire 11th, hello English, I was going to spend in the United States of America. So the point is, I don't know why, but for some reason I thought, okay, I'm going to go to the United States, I'm going to be the fattest person ever. So that's why I need to lose some pounds. Keep in mind, I was 64 kilograms and 159, I believe, centimeters. And in 3 months, I managed to lose about 10 kilograms. So I was running, I was eating less and doing stuff like that. I wasn't restricting myself too much, but for that time when I haven't been used to restricting myself from different types of foods, that was a lot for me. So in a few months, I lost 10 kilograms. I went to the United States, and as soon as I got there, I've seen all this amazing, good, greasy sometimes, food, and I decided to forget about my diet, whatever. In the first half of a year, I've always done some sort of sports, like fitness. I was going to the gym sometimes, and I have joined the swimming club. So I gained a few pounds, but not that much. However, in the second part of the year, I did nothing when it comes to sports, and I gained pounds like crazy. I came back here with 70, I believe it was about 70, I don't know, 78 kilograms or so, but I'm not sure. So it might be a little bit less. However, it was in the 70s, which is bad because for me, that's a lot for my figure. The way fat sits on me is not beautiful, not good. I don't want that in my life. Everything sits on the top and I feel like I am just in a million blankets. So the minute I got here, my mom told me that, well, she has been honest with me and she told me that I need to shed a few pounds. And I could not agree more. So by the time school started, I have lost 18 kilograms, which is June, July, August. June, July, August, 3 months, almost 18 kilograms or so, which for me, it was a big deal. However, a lot of people were telling me you're restricting your diet too much, you shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be doing that. And the thing is, I was not. I really was not. I have just changed everything so drastically that my body was just losing fat because of the healthy things I was putting into it. When I was into the States, I was sneaking food and I was eating because they were available all the time. Here in Moldova, when my mom was around me all the time and stuff like that, my mom is also a dietologist. She's a nutriologist as well, so she taught me all the good stuff that I need to know about food and how to eat it correctly. And that is why it was very easy for me to shed off the pounds. It wasn't easy in the matters of motivation and consistency, but it was easy because I had all this knowledge. All right, so I wasn't restricting myself too much. I was hungry sometimes, but not hungry true hunger, you know what I'm saying? I was hungry, just bored hungry, or in an urge to eat because I was used to eating a lot. All right, that's one thing. And second, I was doing sports all the time. By all the time, I mean 3 times a week. I have joined a fitness club, and besides that, I have, what else? I've always been busy. I kept myself busy, and that is how by the end of summer I have lost the 15 pounds, and I was in the 60s. 59, 60 pounds, it was around that number, alright? Keep in mind, I grew a little bit taller, 1 centimeter, so I was 160 centimeters by the end of that summer. Well, college came. I started working, night shifts, and so on, and I have gained back most of the pounds. However, in a longer period of time. So, starting from my first year of college until last year, when it was 1 year after I graduated college, I have gradually, slowly put on the pounds back, and I got to around 75 kilograms. A lot for me. Again, the thing that actually made me realize are the pictures. And you know what I mean when I say the pictures. You take pictures sometimes and you feel like you're the bomb.com. And sometimes when someone else takes pictures of you from one side and they're just like, and you're like, that's me, because I don't, that's what I look like? And you don't like it and you want to make a change. Getting back to why I gained those pounds, it was because of, I wasn't eating mostly anything during the day. I was hardly eating anything during the day. I mean, I was, but not enough, definitely, because I was working. Because I was either working or studying or stuff like that, and then I was getting home late at night and was starting eating everything I wanted. Chocolate, anything, absolutely. I did not care. It made me feel comfortable because I was watching a TV series with some snacks around me, so it was totally fine. It was perfect. But my body started to show it, so pound after pound after pound after pound, I became who I was at that time. Now, don't get me wrong, I have never had confidence issues when it comes to this. I've always had a few extra pounds my entire life, so I learned to kind of work my way around it because I've always been active, I've always knew a lot of people and stuff like that, so I never felt like that affected my life in any way. I've never lacked anything in my life due to the pounds, so basically I did have a few extra pounds, but even now when I have lost the weight, a lot of people didn't even notice that I have lost the weight, because, and when I asked them like why is that, I don't ask everybody of course, but I asked my best friend, because she as well didn't really notice that well that I have lost the pounds until I fucking mentioned it. And then she said, well, because when people look at you, they really don't look at this, they look at something else, which is, you know, it might make sense, because that's the thing. However, in April last year, I have been to Paris. And coming back and seeing all the pictures, everything was so beautiful, and there was me, a sack of potatoes. And I was like, girl, that is not you. And it was me, and I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. So, I made a promise to myself that I was going to do something about it, because I could not let it go this way. And then the worst part, or the worst month of that period of time started, of my entire weight loss journey. That's what I wanted to say. Because I have been restricting myself first month so much, and I shed a total amount of 0 pounds. I was eating far less than I used to. And I had 2 jobs, and they were both full-time, so it was very hard for me to keep up with this lifestyle at the same time doing my jobs and stuff like that, and I was very frustrated and stressed every time I was not starving myself, but I was not eating when I actually was a little bit hungry, or when I wanted to eat something and I wasn't. It was very stressful for me getting on the scale and seeing that I didn't lose anything. And you know, the thing is, I have always wanted to lose the weight. I've always get on a diet and then crash or eat everything I saw in front of me, because I was just very hungry. That's one thing. Or second, I get lazy with it, and I didn't want to, not committed. If there's something to know about me, I get bored very fast. I have very short attention span when it comes to something. If you've never been on a diet before, or if you've never been, you know, trying to lose some weight, then you probably don't know and don't understand what this is like. But it's really hard, especially going out with your friends and they being able to eat whatever they want, and you're hungry and you want to eat the same thing but you're not allowed. Not only do they look at you like you're a little bit cuckoo, but also you feel like a piece of shit. So, I'm screaming. You know, it's hard, especially when you don't see your efforts paying off. Now, I'm nowhere my fitness goal, because I want to get a little bit more muscle, I want to get leaner and stuff like that, but I have come a long way. Today marks 20 kilograms lost since the beginning of summer and of spring. So, if you want to know how I did it, stay tuned, because next video is gonna be about that. And now my clock is ticking. It is time for me to go to work, but I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you guys soon in my next video. Goodbye!